So just with one more minute left, I'm just going to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Anna Radchenko. I'm a training and support specialist here at Hawks Learning. So I'm so glad you could all attend today and that I could help you as you want to preserve your students' records as we're at the end of the fall semester and going into the spring. I am going to go ahead and share my screen with you all as we start today. So again, just remember there is that Q&A. Feel free to just hold on to your question and put it in at the end if I wasn't able to cover it for you. And so here I am today in a college algebra gradebook just for training purposes. Again, just a disclaimer that any student records that you see in here are just dummy data. They are not real student data. Just wanted to let you know that. And so one of the first options that I wanted to tell you about today is under the reports tab, which I'm assuming you spend a lot of time in using your, here we go. Sorry, I guess it's a little slow this morning. Sorry about that, just bear with me. So under the reports data, you do have the option to export or print student data. So that is one main way where you can preserve student data. So I have chosen all student scores, which as you know is your main gradebook report. And right here at the top right, you have the export function. So you can go ahead and click that. And then you will see that you have these different filtered options. So you can filter which section you would like to print. You can filter if you want to show points, just percentages, total points, overall grade, exactly what you would like it to show, as well as which student details you would like to be included. If you're just one instructor exporting and you're exporting less than 1,000 students, you can go ahead and export to Excel and download an Excel sheet. If you're an admin who is exporting multiple instructors or one instructor who's exporting more than 1,000 students, you can export an Excel sheet, but it's going to email that to you instead of you just directly being able to download that. So this is just one way for you to download these records directly from Hawks to your own computer, your own device to save it. And again, as with all sections, you can also choose exactly which students you would like as well. Another option under tools is the archive gradebooks. So this option right here is going to go ahead and archive all of your sections that you have and all of your student grades and names. So right here just says archive description because automatically the title is going to be the date that you archive. So we've already pre-selected that title for you. So this is just a description that you can put in to help you remember maybe why you decided to archive at that point. So I can just say end of fall 20 semester. And all I have to do is press the archive gradebook option. And again, that is going to archive my entire gradebook, all of my sections and all students automatically. I did not have to choose sections there. And you can see that I received a confirmation that my gradebook was archived. So now if I go back under tools, which again, that is where we found our archived gradebooks, I can also view archived gradebooks and you will see once it loads, again, thank you for bearing with me. Apparently it's a little slow today and still a little slower, but once it loads, you'll see that the backup that we just did is listed here with the title of the date and the name as well. So here we go. So we have our backup and then the description that I did, end of fall 20 semester, and the backup name is again the date and the time. So one other option that we have for all of you, which is new, once you've gone ahead and exported anything that you need to and archived your gradebooks, again, under tools and manage sections, we have added the ability for you to determine if your section is going to be visible in the gradebook or visible to students. So this allows you to, once you've archived and exported anything that you need to, instead of always having that section show up as an option when you're assigning things in your templates or when you're looking at reports, you can go ahead and choose to make it no longer visible in the gradebook. And that is that last column over here on the right. So you can see that my fall and my spring are visible, but these other two sections no longer are, along with visible to student, only the fall and the spring are visible. So in order to go ahead and change that, I'm just going to click right on the section name to go in and edit it. And here you can see my section settings. And right here at the bottom under visibility settings, you can see the option to hide from gradebook and hide from students. So if it's hidden in the gradebook, it's automatically hidden from students. But if I just hide it from students, that doesn't mean it's automatically hidden from me, the instructor, in the gradebook. So again, just for some clarification, hiding that from students means that when your students are enrolling on Hawks or transferring between sections, this section name will no longer show up there for them to enroll in. So if it's an old section, it's a good to go ahead and hide that from students so that they don't accidentally enroll in the wrong section. Hiding it from the gradebook, again, will keep it so that it's only showing up in your manage sections, your manage students, and your archived areas. So again, that will allow you to not have all of your old sections as an option every time where you then have to go through this long list of sections. But again, it will preserve all of that data. All of your students and everything will still be there. If you need to go in and look at that information, it will still all be retained here in Hawks. You just won't be seeing it on a daily basis. So now I have it hidden from the gradebook, and I would just go ahead and save those changes. And now you can see it is fall 2020 is no longer visible to student and no longer visible in my gradebook. And with that, that concludes the few ways that we can go ahead and preserve student data and then go ahead and hide those sections, but still make sure that that data is still available within Hawks for you whenever you need it. So I am going to go ahead and stop my share here. If you have any questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat for me or in the Q&A, and I'm more than happy to answer for you. I hope that this was helpful as you guys are all transitioning from your fall semester into spring, just so that you can preserve that student data and make sure that you have it in case a student decides to dispute anything, or just in case you need to look back or you have them again the next semester. So I am here if you have any questions. Again, feel free to put them in that question and answer box that I can go ahead and answer for you, as well as if you have any other more in-depth questions or if you think of one later, absolutely go ahead and email us at training@hawkslearning.com. Again, training@hawkslearning.com. And with that, I do have a question here. Absolutely. So I see that we have a question on students with incompletes. How do you keep their data and hide others? In that instance, we would recommend keeping that section open until they have finished that section. So if they're in a section and you have extended their dates a few weeks, we would recommend not making that section hidden within your gradebook until they have finished that course. And in that case, certainly you could export all your other students' grades. And again, in the filter option, you can choose students. So you could choose not to export that student who has the incomplete, all of their work, but you would not want to go ahead and hide your grade book until that student has completed the course. If you have any follow-up questions to that, please, again, feel free to put them in the question and answer. We do still have 5 minutes, so plenty of time if you have any other thoughts or questions. All right, so I see another question here. Will I be able to access exported data? Absolutely. So your exported data is going to go directly to you. So again, if you have less than 1,000 students or you are not an admin and you are only downloading for yourself, the instructor, you can download that Excel file directly to your computer. And then if it's more than 1,000 students or multiple instructors' information and students' information, that is going to be exported in an email form, and that will go to your email address on file with Hawks. So you will be able to access those wherever you have sent them in your email and where you've downloaded them. All right, I see another answer here. Can I pull up exported data in Hawk's gradebook later? Thank you for that clarification. So I will double check on this for you, but I do not believe that Hawks keeps a record of the exact exports that you have filtered. I can double check that for you, but I don't believe we keep that export on hand for us to pull back up. But again, Professor Morgan, I will double check that for you. Absolutely. So I see, Professor Morgan, that you put that you might need to pull up analytics in later years. Absolutely. So again, I will double check on that one for you. And if it's not possible, I'll have your training and support representative reach out with the best way to go about this for you. Oh, absolutely. If anyone else has any questions, just go ahead and put them in there. Again, if you have any questions, we still have 2 more minutes, so plenty of time for me to answer a few. Again, if you don't have any more, I just want to thank you so much for attending today, and I hope that it was helpful for you. If you think of any questions later, again, feel free to email us at training@hawkslearning.com. Okay, Professor Shelton, I see you, and I will make sure we get you that same answer as well as for Professor Morgan. Thank you for reaching out. Well, if there are no more questions, again, less than a minute here, so I will go ahead and wrap us up so that if you would like to attend a different webinar, you have that time to go ahead and hop into that one. Again, thank you so much for attending today. I hope that it was helpful for you. And again, if you have any extra questions or need support of any kind, feel free to reach out to us at training@hawkslearning.com. Just email us. We also have our 24/7 live chat, and we have our phone support from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. So again, thank you so much for attending today, and I hope you all are enjoying the new year. Thank you.